Assalamu alaikum dear students, hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. I am Sabrina Hawk, assistant teacher of science, National Adult English Version School, Day Shift. Dear students, today I am going to take a biology class for class 9 student on the based on chapter 2, and this is the second part of our this chapter. So dear students, let us move for our today's topic. The name of the chapter is Cell and Tissues of Organism. Dear students, this is the three-dimensional picture of plant cell and animal cells. There is all these two cells are looks like this if it is in three dimension. There is the cell wall, cytoplasm, microvillus and the chloroplast, cell vacuole, centriole, mitochondria, nucleolus, then peroxisome, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And in our previous class we already learned up to the plasma lemma or plasma membrane. This is the picture of plasma membrane or plasma lemma. Plasma lemma's three-dimensional picture looks like this, and if we took over the cell wall from the cell, and we will get the plasma lemma. This is the outer border of animal cell and the border of the animal plant cell inside the cell wall. And we will today discuss about the cytoplasmic organelles. Dear students, from a cell, if we took over the cell wall and the nucleus, then rest part of the cell is called cytoplasm, and we will discuss about the cytoplasmic organelles in this class with nucleus too. And this is the picture of mitochondria. This is the three-dimensional picture of mitochondria, and this is the three-dimensional picture of chloroplast. Today we will discuss about these two also. Come to the page number 21. Cytoplasmic organelles. The semi-fluid jelly-like substance of a cell that is external to the nuclear membrane and the internal to the nuclear membrane is called nuclear membrane internal to the cellular membrane is called the cytoplasm. This is the definition of cytoplasm. So dear students, you have to learn this. The cytoplasm contains many organelles. Though they have varying function, they are also independent. Some of these organelles have membranes, whereas some don't. These organelles are as follows: membrane-bound cytoplasmic organelles. First organelle is mitochondria. In your book there is written 1998. This is the printing mistake, you have to correct it. It will be in 1898 Carl Benner first coined the term mitochondria. This organelle plays a very important role in cellular respiration. It is surrounded by a double layered membrane which is composed of phospholipid and protein. Dear students, come to the picture of mitochondria. This is the membrane of the mitochondria. The folded part inside the membrane is called cristae, and the round shape that is studded with small round bodies is known as the oxysome or ribosome, and inside the membrane the jelly-like substances is called the matrix of the mitochondria. The inner membrane has infolding called cristae. These foldings are studded with small round bodies known as oxysome. The oxysome contains enzyme. The space enclosed by the inner membrane is the matrix. The main function of the mitochondria is to help the organism in cellular respiration. This line is too much important for you. Underline this line. You will later learn that the process of respiration has four stages, that are glycolysis, acetyl-CoA formation, and Krebs cycle and electron transport system. The reaction of first phase, that is glycolysis, do not occur in mitochondria, but the reaction of the second and most important Krebs cycle stage are performed in mitochondria. As all necessary enzymes are present, maximum energy is produced in Krebs cycle. This is why a mitochondria is called the powerhouse of the cell. From the reaction to the cell is the answer of why mitochondria is called the powerhouse of the cell. So mark this para. It is the answer of why a mitochondria is called the powerhouse of a cell. Now come to the next page. An organism uses this energy to perform different functions. With some exception, mitochondria is found in all plants and animal cells. Mitochondria are not present in prokaryotic cell. Underline this prokaryotic cell, it is important for your MCQ. Some eukaryotic cell, for example, some protozoans do not contain mitochondria. It can be assumed that in course of history of evolution, mitochondria or its previous form somehow entered eukaryotic cell and then became a permanent organelle of the cell. From the data collected so far, this explanation seems to be acceptable. Come to the next important organelles of the plant cell, that is plastid. I have told this is the important organelle only for the plant cell, not for the animal cell. A plastid is an important organelle for a plant cell. The main function of a plastid are to produce and store food and cause the applying and colorful appearance of flower, fruits and leaves of a plant. Flowers with appealing color help pollinate plants. There are three categories of plastid: chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast. Come to the chloroplast. Green plastid are called chloroplast. They are found in cells of leaves, young stems and the green parts of a plants. The grana of a plastid capture the solar energy and convert into chemical energy. This line is too much important. The grana of the plastid capture the solar energy and convert it into chemical energy. With the help of enzymes, the stroma, this solar energy helps produce, in stroma this solar energy helps produce simple carbohydrate from cellular water and carbon dioxide taken from the air. This type of plastid looks green because it has chlorophyll, carotenoid and also present in them. That means green color is for chlorophyll and it also has carotenoid. Now come to the picture of plastid, and this inside folding is called stroma and in this part is called thylakoid and the middle, it is middle of thylakoid. This is the outer layer and this part is the inner layer. Inside of this is called grana. And come to the chromoplast. Second types of plastids is called chromoplast. Chromoplast are colored but are not green. The photosynthetic pigment xanthophyll, carotene, phycoerythrin and phycocyanin etc. are present in them. Underline all the name of the color pigments are present in them, and so some of them are yellow, some are blue and others red. The flower, leaves and other part of a plant have their attractive colorful appearance because of these pigments. They are found in colored flower, leaves and carrot root. Their main purpose is to make flowers attractive for pollination. This is the main function of chromoplast. They also synthesize and store different types of photosynthetic pigment. This line also important for your MCQ and knowledge based question. Now come to the last plastid, that is leucoplast. It in contrast to other plastid, leucoplast are non-pigmented. They are usually found in the cell of plants where sunlight does not reach. For example, root, gametes and embryo. Their main function is the storage of food. Leucoplasts can be transformed into chromoplast or chloroplast when they come in contact with sunlight. Dear students, only leucoplast can convert into chloroplast or chromoplast when they are touched with sunlight. Come to the next organelle, that is Golgi body. Golgi body is formed within the cytoplasm of both plants and animals. It is composed of stalks of membrane bound structure known as the cisternae and the vesicle. Hydrolysis of enzymes take place in its membrane. This is why it is so important. And It is involved in the secretion of some hormones and other substances in living cell. It is the another function of the Golgi body. It is also plays important roles in many metabolic activities. Sometimes the Golgi body stores proteins also. Underline this part too. Now come to the endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are started with the endoplasmic side of rough endoplasmic reticulum, and so protein are synthesized in this place. Membranes bound vesicle from the endoplasmic reticulum shuttle proteins. Come to the next page. And other material produced in a cell. Sometimes the endoplasmic reticulum stretches up to the endoplasmic membrane, cytoplasmic membrane, and thus it is assumed that enzymes for other cells and other substances produced inside the cell are transported by the endoplasmic reticulum. This is the function of endoplasmic reticulum. Underline this line. They also play a significant role in the development of mitochondria, vacuoles, etc. in a cell. Endoplasmic reticulum is found in both the plant and animal cell. Now come to the cell vacuole. The hollow space which can be seen in cytoplasm is called cell vacuole. Large vacuole is a prime feature of a plant cell. Its main function is to contain cell sap. Different types of substances such as inorganic salt, protein, carbohydrate, fat, organic acid, pigment, water, etc. are found in cell vacuole. Underline all the things name which we can found in cell vacuole. No vacuole is generally found in any animal cell. If present in any animal cell, it is usually much smaller. Come to the lysosome. Lysosome protects cell from germs. The lysosome enzymes kills germs. That's why it is too much important for us. It is a vital part of our cell. These enzymes are protected by a membrane so that other organelles do not get digested. When they come in contact with these enzymes, see, this is the outer membrane of the lysosome. Here they produce the poisonous substances, and with these poisonous enzymes, these enzymes just kill the germs. If this outer membrane is destroyed, that times which organelles is nearer to the lysosome, that will be digested by the lysosome. If the membrane of lysosome is destroyed due to the oxygen deficiency, the cell may even be destroyed. Now come to the non-membranous cytoplasmic organelles. The first one is cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton is a complex network of fiber that shapes the cell and hold organelles in place. It is located just beneath of plasma. These fibers consist a complex mesh of protein filament. Actin, myosin and tubulin are the sum of the protein that are used to make the fibers. That underline these three proteins name. Microtubules, microfilaments and the intermediate filaments are some of the fiber or in the cytoskeleton. Come to the ribosome. Ribosomes are found in all living cells. They lack membrane around them and help in protein synthesis. The bondage of polypeptide chains of the protein are carried out by ribosomes. They also provide enzymes needed for the cell. Enzymes helps in to acceleration the speed of biochemical reaction. Now come to the centrosome. A centriole is a hollow cylindrical organelle inside the centrosome. The thick liquid surroundings of the centriole is called the centrosphere. Come to the next page. The centriole and the centrosphere makes up the centrosome together. These are found in most animal cells. That is the feature of animal cell, but they are not rarely found in the cell of lower plants. and there are two centrioles in a centrosome. The centriole in a centrosome develop astral rays and plays a significant role in constructing spindle apparatus. They participate in the formation of various type of flagella. Now come to the next part of the cell, the next and important part of the cell, that is nucleus. Nucleus, this is the picture of nucleus. Come to the big picture of nucleus. This is the nuclear membrane, and inside the nuclear membrane there is some pore that is called nucleopore, and inside nucleus there is the darkest place that is called nucleolus, and the jelly-like substances that is called nucleoplasm, which is surrounded by nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, and inside the nucleoplasm there is the chromatin reticulum or chromatin fiber, or on the other hand we can call it chromosomes too. Come to the page number 25. The nucleus is a membrane bounded prominent organelles found in eukaryotic cells and carries chromosomes, and this is the feature of eukaryotic cell because the prokaryotic cell don't have any organized nucleus. It is roughly round or spherical in structure. Nucleus is not found in mature sieve cell or in red blood cell. This is also important for your MCQ. Mature sieve cell and red blood cell do not have any nucleus. The chromosomes of nucleus carry the heredity information of the organism and controls all the activity of a cell. Structure nucleus has the following parts. First one, nuclear membrane. The membrane that is enclosed by the nucleus is called nuclear membrane. It is a double layered membrane and it is composed of lipid and protein. In this membrane there are some pores called nucleopore. The nuclear membrane controls the transport system from the nucleoplasm to the cytoplasm, and the membrane separated the contents of the nucleus from the cytoplasm. Now come to the nucleoplasm. The jelly-like fluid enveloped by the nuclear membrane is called the nucleoplasm. It is similar to the cytoplasm of a cell, and it is viscous fluid which contains nucleic acid, protein, enzymes and some other substances dissolved in and mixed with it. Dear students, when we will discuss about the chromatin reticulum or chromatin fiber, that time we will know about the chromosome, and I know you are known with this chromosome because you have learned already in class 6 science book about the nucleus, and this is the picture of a chromosome. This part, indicated part, is known as centromere, and these two sides of the centromere is called the arm, and the next constriction except the centromere is called the secondary centromere, and the next part of the secondary constriction is called the satellite. This is the secondary constriction, and the next part of the secondary constriction is the satellite. Satellite is too much important for the chromosome because it makes the connection with the next chromosome, and again I am saying that with the help of the position of centromere we can divide it into 4 categories: the chromosome, that I-shaped chromosome, L-shaped chromosome, J-shaped chromosome and V-shaped chromosome, and this picture seems to be it is I-shaped chromosome, and again I am saying the both side of the centromere is called the two arms of a chromosome. Come to the next page. Nucleolus. In a nucleus, the round structure attached to the chromosome is called nucleolus. They are attached with the portion of chromosome which is non-receiver of color. This is composed of RNA and proteins. Underline this part. Its main function is to store nucleic acid and synthesize protein. This is the function of nucleolus. Now the last part of the nucleus, that is chromatin reticulum, and we already discussed about chromosome that is included to it. During the resting period of the cell, when cell division does not take place, a thread-like reticulate body is found in a nucleoplasm, which is called chromatin reticulum. Chromatin fiber become coiled during cell division and become more condensate, and then they are called chromosomes. Chromosomes carry the unit of heredity, and unit of heredity means gene, and pass from generation to generation. The number of chromosomes in a specific species is fixed. Like we are human being, our chromosome number is 46. It is fixed, and 23 we get from our mother and 23 we get from our father's side. And chromosomes contains genes and thus carry heredity traits. Underline last line. This is too much important. Dear students, this is your homework. This is homework number 6. You have to make 5 knowledge based question answer, and you have to submit on Saturday from 9 am to 3 pm. Dear students, I have finished my today's topic. Hope you have understood. If you feel any problem, you can contact with me. I have given my contact number and my messenger ID on the board. Keep practicing. Do the SW regularly and submit it regularly. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.